What is up, Pokefans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and this is Season 7, where we climb the ranked ladder to Master Rank using a team that we built from scratch. Now, the goal was to hit sub 10,000. We're not going to hit that goal. Although, we did hit another sub goal that we had, which is playing as high as like 100 matches in Season 7. So let's go ahead and take a look at our ranking and the total matches that we've played. Alrighty, so we're currently sitting at 15,272. That's not far from 10,000, right? Well, we have 105 matches, 50 wins, and 55 losses. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and Pokefans alike, this is going to be the final episode of Season 7. Now, I might have later videos for Friday that you guys can see that is a small reflection of what we've been doing for Season 7. I had made a comment like, hey, do you guys want to see all 100 matches in one video? And I got a comment reaching back and said, maybe cut it down to episodes of 20 so it's not too long. That way watch time doesn't become a major factor. So we're going to try a couple of things. So for Friday, you guys might have 5 videos. I'm not sure. We're going to continue doing the thing, but Friday mostly is going to be team building and getting some assets together for Season 8. Now, another announcement that I have before we get started. I know it's too many announcements, so I'm sorry. The podcast released this morning. It is Thursday, 8 a.m. sharp. I had done a lot of pre-work the last 3 days to get it up and running so that you guys could have it for Thursday this morning. And it is an audio podcast, so the visuals that I was working on is just so that YouTube has something to latch onto for video purposes. So please keep that in mind. It's not really going to show you anything on the screen right now. It is supposed to just be an audio thing to where you just click on it and just listen to in the background and not really have anything to watch. If you guys want something to watch, let me know. That way I can record some, ranked matches or footage from our previous games that we played, like in Sword and Shield. I've got like a couple of matches that I've never released, and then we did our latest friend tournament that I could also release as well if you guys want to see that. So yeah, so let me know if you guys want to see something in the background just so that you can just listen to us talk. The game footage doesn't really matter at that point, but it's up to you what you guys want to see. It's going to be listed on the YouTube channel, so that's what it is. But audio formats, it's most likely going to be on Spotify as well. We're looking into getting that on that platform as well. Just give us a minute so we can get everything situated. Anyway, so that's it. Final episode. We're going to do our final matches, 106 to 110 for today. Tomorrow I will be team building, editing, and asset creating for Season 8. And we will finalize the giveaway details for JT's giveaway that he wants to do, and a new challenge that he has also introduced within the giveaway. So there's that. And yeah, that's all that I've got. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so our first match of the day has Baxcalibur, Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Gyarados, Tinglu, and Amoonguss. Strong lineup. So what we're gonna want to bring in is Torkoal, Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, and Jumpluff. Now, I'm not bringing in Great Tusk because it does nothing to Gyarados. While it does a lot of damage to Chi-Yu, Chien-Pao is able to do a lot of damage to it. Fighting being the word there. But I also want to make sure that I have a way to counter Baxcalibur, which was a Pokemon last season that was always a thorn at my side. Fluttermane's easily taken care of by another Fluttermane or just something of that nature. And Amoonguss is also taken care of by Chien-Pao, and so is Tinglu. So that's my thought process of the team here, and see which one could be more beneficial. Now, I do know that Amoonguss is most likely going to be Terra Water. Terra Poison is going to be Tinglu's thing. I don't know the other Pokemon. But we have Chi-Yu and Fluttermane to my Torkoal and Fluttermane. Okay. Speed was heightened for me, and speed was heightened for them. Okay, so it's a speed tie, essentially. I'm going to overheat the Fluttermane. Shadow Ball? I mean, Shadow Ball would be really beneficial, but it's not. They're probably going to Terra. which means that Shadow Ball isn't going to do anything. Moonblast isn't going to do... I mean, Moonblast could hit the Chi-Yu quite a bit, but my Flutter Mane's going to go down if I don't plan this out accordingly. Yeah, we'll go Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball into their Flutter Mane, and we'll knock it out. One hit, KO. Looks like I won the speed tie there. Their Chi-Yu is now going to use Dark Pulse against my Flutter Mane, which knocks it down to half, and Overheat kicks in, hitting the Chi-Yu for about 47%, maybe 50, just above 50. Now Jetpack is going to kick in and boost away my Turkle. Wow, sorry. I had an itch in my nose. Okay, so we're going to bring out Jumpluff now. Jumpluff is going to really offset the battle because Chi-Yu usually has specs. It has Life Orb. We don't know if it has it doesn't have Life Orb. Obviously the HP didn't go down when he attacked, but I'm going to Sleep Powder the Chi-Yu, and I'm going to Shadow Ball the Gyarados. Actually, can I swap out? Do I have the option to swapping out? I do have the option of swapping out. Yeah, we'll swap out to do Chi-Yu. Not Chi-Yu, but Chien-Pao. I want to kind of preserve Flutter Mane a little bit. And if I put Chi-Yu asleep, then I don't really have to worry about an attacker this turn. Oh, they withdrew Chi-Yu, so now we get to see the third Pokemon, which is Baxcalibur. Good call. Sleep Powder is going to go to Baxcalibur, and it's going to miss. Waterfall comes in and hits Chien-Pao, which isn't going to do a whole lot of damage. But now we're going to go ahead and Sleep Powder. Actually, Terra Water, because Baxcalibur now knows Ice Shard. So we're going to Sleep Powder the Baxcalibur again. I'm going to Sacred Sword. Well, Ice Spinner I thought was going to do a lot to Gyarados, but it's not. We're going to Sucker Punch the... Shucks, what do I do? We are going to Ice Spinner Gyarados. We're getting our ×4 weakness to ice to just be neutral because it's water. I could also swap out, you know, Jumpluff to maybe... Oh, they also Terra Water. Cool. Baxcalibur transforms to Terra Water. I could have swapped out Jumpluff for Torkoal, but I don't think that's going to be the best play. Baxcalibur still avoids the attack for Sleep Powder. Ice Spinner hits the Gyarados, drops it down to half, doesn't proc the berry that it may or may not have. But Icicle Spirit hits Jumpluff 5 times. So it looks like Baxcalibur might be holding the loaded dice. And then Thunder Wave into the Chien-Pao, which unfortunately will paralyze it. But now I can Giga Drain the Baxcalibur, and I'm going to Sucker Punch the Baxcalibur as well. His Gyarados right now is being a supporter. He's not really doing a whole lot of damage. He is slowing the speed down quite a bit. So he is playing the speed game. Baxcalibur will protect, so nothing will happen to that slot, which is unfortunate. The Sucker Punch will now fail, and Giga Drain will also not do anything to him either. And now what will Gyarados do? Taunt. Okay. So we kind of wasted a turn, because now I can still do Giga Drain on Baxcalibur, and I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch again. because Baxcalibur cannot protect. Now, next turn, I will be forced to retreat. Jump Bluff. Sucker Punch will now hit Baxcalibur, dropping it down to maybe a fourth or a third. And then I suck it up even more by putting on Giga Drain. So now he's down to about like 2/3. Glaive Rush will now hit Chien-Pao, which will knock it out. Unfortunate. Learner Wave will now go on to the Jump Off. Okay, no, we will bring out Fluttermane next. Swap out Jump Bluff for Fluttermane or Torkoal. And now for this slot, we could potentially knock out both these Pokemon in one single go, and we are going to try. Ice Shard is probably going to come out and disrupt Fluttermane, though. I can hope that it doesn't, so maybe rendering Ice out is going to make it worse. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go. Helping Hand on the Baxcalibur. That's a good call. So we've seen all of them. Ice Shard will go into that slot and will knock out the Fluttermane. God dang it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. But Jump Bluff is no longer taunted. God dang it. Okay. Okay, so Baxcalibur really doesn't take any damage now from Torkoal. Has Thermal Exchange. I think that's what it's called. And I'm gonna go ahead and sleep the Gyarados. It's probably got safety goggles. Sleep Powder on the Gyarados. So it doesn't have safety goggles because that wouldn't have worked, but does it have Blumberry? Does have Blumberry. So it'll take an extra turn to sleep. Glaive Rush into that slot. We'll knock it out. Oh, how unfortunate. Waterfall on the Torkoal. It's going to do a lot of damage. Oh, about 50. Overheat will now hit the Gyarados. Will not knock it out either. But I'm now -2, and I can't do anything to the Baxcalibur. Game is over. Oh, that stinks. I thought I had that. Okie dokie. So our next match is with Wow. I mean, Fluttermane is in there, so I was kind of right, but wow. Iron Hands, Chien-Pao, Arcanine, Amoonguss, Fluttermane, and Dragonite. So we do see a possible opener of Chien-Pao Dragonite with Terra Normal and Extreme Speed, so we should play around that quite a bit. Amoonguss and Arcanine is also a possible, but we also have Iron Hands with Fake Out. So we're going to go up with our main core opener, which is Torkoal Fluttermane, so that we can offset anything that maybe they'll throw at us. If Arcanine comes out, we don't get lower, like our special attack doesn't get lowered, so it doesn't really matter. But Torkoal will then get ejected out of there. So we'll put in Great Tusk after that. And then we will then bring in Jump Bluff because I feel that Amoonguss is going to be out on the field. We don't have anyone that's going to set Trick Room, and Amoonguss is going to be Terra Water, so we're not going to have to worry about anything like that, but we need to be able to sleep people or at least resist Rage Powder. So that's what we're going to do, and that's who we're playing with. We're playing it this way. We're kind of playing it safe, but it could also be the wrong way to go. I know in the beginning we just needed to open up with Fluttermane in the event that we do have an Extreme Speed Dragonite to deal with, and we still do have to do with an Extreme Speed Arcanine that's also on that team. It's Fluttermane and Iron Hands. So Fake Out User plus special attack pusher. Wow. Okay. We're gonna get speed heightened, so speed increase, and they're gonna get a speed increase. So now it is a speed tie once again between our Fluttermanes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with a helping hand. Yes, a helping hand, and then we're gonna go Shadow Ball into Fluttermane. Now they could Terra, but with the helping hand, I should be able to knock it out still. But I'm assuming that they're gonna fake out the Torkoal. If Torkoal gets faked out after using helping hand, it doesn't matter. Helping hand goes first. Shadow Ball from their side hits me, so they won the speed tie, which will knock me out first hit. So that's unfortunate. And Wild Charge will now go into the Torkoal. We're gonna bring out... It would be smart to bring out Jump Block. Yeah, we'll bring out Jump Bluff. Here we go, Jump Bluff. And we will protect on Torkoal, but we'll Sleep Powder the Fluttermane. I now win the speed tie. So Jump Bluff is way higher than Fluttermane can be at this point. So what are you gonna do? Okay, you're gonna Terra. Who's the Terra on? It's Iron Hands, and it is Grass. Ooh, if only I hadn't used it on that slot. It was a general thought of mine, but I figured that the best course of action would be to sleep the Fluttermane. Sleep Powder will hit the Fluttermane, but misses because the Fluttermane will avoid the attack. Shadow Ball will go into Torkoal, which does nothing because he is protected. And Wild Charge will now go into Jump Bluff. Takes about half. And he gets hit with his own recoil. Okay, I'm going to Overheat on the Iron Hands. I'm going to Sleep Powder again on the Fluttermane. Sleep Powder will then again miss. Are you kidding me? Shadow Ball will now hit the Torkoal, most likely knocking him out because that's probably Spect. No. And here comes Wild Charge. I tried. I guess the best option there would have been to Forsaken Sleep Powder and just do Tailwind and hope to God that Great Tusk can pull it out for both. But that's going to be really, really hard. Rock Slide, let's go. Ba, ba, ba. Ugh. Dang it. Not so good plays, guys. We're gonna be 0-2. Shadow Ball. Ooh, drops me down to 1. Oh my gosh. And here comes Strength Punch. There we go. Drops me down to 1. Oh, how unfortunate. Dang it. I thought we would end like in a bigger win-loss record. All right, our next match is up and ready to go. We've got Glimmora, Wu-Chen, Dodonzo, Tatsugiri, Iron Hands, and Corviknight. Ooh, okay, so Glimmora is someone that usually causes me problems in the team. So I need to either attack it physically and then plan not to switch out to anybody, or attack it specially and hope for the best. But we have two different cores here. We could do Glimmora and Wu-Chen, which is going to to stall out the game. We could do Tatsugiri and Dodonzo, which is going to do that commander build. Thank God Vaporeon's not in here because I don't need to be stalled out by Surf again. But we do have Fake Out with Iron Hands, and Corviknight is, although he's a steel type, he is very, very bulky. So, still flying. And Jesus Meninas. Okay. Torkoal, Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, and Great Tusk. We're not going to bring in Jumpluff. Jumpluff would be really helpful here, but since I can't do a lot of damage with Jumpluff, and sleeping people that are half grass isn't going to really affect anything on that side of the field. Wuchen and Glimmora. Yay. Versus Torkoal and Fluttermane. Okay. Okay. Speed was heightened. So I could do Eruption and hit Wuchen for a lot, but not Glimmora. I can also Helping Hand the Fluttermane and do Dazzling Gleam, which is going to hurt one. Or maybe both? I'm not sure. Let's find out. So Moonblast, not very... Yeah, it's not going to do anything to... Shadow Ball will do Glimmora, but won't hurt anyone else. Yeah, Moonblast to the Chi, or to the Wuchen. I should, like, try to, what is it? I guess get someone else to use their Terra. I can't remember the words right now. To try to trick them, well, not trick them, but just try to get them to use it so that I have an easier time getting over. But Moonblast will affect the Wuchen, but he protected, so it's not going to do anything. And Sludge Bomb will now hit Fluttermane, which will knock it down to a 9 HP. Okay, so they didn't really focus on Torkoal this time. I'm just going to go ahead and just swing out with Eruption and hope for the best. I should swap out Fluttermane. And I'm going to bring out Great Tusk. I mean, I'm going to be the one that outspeeds, but if they focus on Fluttermane and they're expecting me to not do anything, it puts me in a really, really bad predicament. The switching is the best option, but they're not faster than me, so there's like, okay, whatever he throws out, I'm going to be able to knock out and have no issues doing that. Okay, Terra will now go into the Wuchen, which will change it to Poison. And I shouldn't be weak to Poison, but we'll see. Mortal Spin, which will do nothing to either Torkoal or Great Tusk, but it will poison them. So they were planning on taking out Fluttermane with that, and then Leech Seed will come out and hit Torkoal. So I did call it right. Here comes the Eruption, which does quite a bit of damage. It won't knock out anybody specifically, but it does about half to the Wuchen and about half to Glimmora, but it does knock them down to more in the green. Poison now kicks in and puts those two Pokemon on a timer. So now we're going to go ahead and Helping Hand the Great Tusk, and the Great Tusk is now going to do... Headlong Rush would be really, really helpful. Yes. No, not Headlong Rush, but Earthquake. We're going to knock out our own Torkoal, which is unfortunate, but we get to take out two Pokemon at the same time because they're half. Spiky Shield will activate on Glimmora's side, so unfortunately... Oh, the double protect. I will be doing nothing else but knocking out my own Pokemon. But Here's the thing. This is a huge misplay on my part, only because they guessed right. Torkoal's gonna go down, but that doesn't really matter to me that much because I have two things. I have Chien Pao in the back, and I still have Fluttermane in the back. Now, Chien Pao can come out and protect. They can't protect next turn. Now, that little bit of HP that Wu-Chan got might be able to make him survive. We will see after this, but I'm now draining their defenses, so it may not really matter, but we're going to try it again. So this might be a double knockout only because of the fact that, one, they predicted the earthquake and knocking out my Torkoal, but I don't think that they're going to be able to survive this. Because now Chien Pao is going to protect, not get hit by earthquake. They already protected, so there's a good chance that they're just going to get knocked out. I'm the fastest thing on the field because I have Scarf. So they can either switch and avoid the earthquake altogether and kind of disrupt this right here, or not do anything. And it looks like they're not going to do anything. No priority moves. Here comes the earthquake. Will not do anything to the Chien Pao, and will hit that side of the field for, ooh, the double knockout. Now toxic debris does hit the field, which, if none of my Pokemon were poisoned, doesn't do anything. It only does something when I swap. So right now, Fluttermane shouldn't ever hit the field. If it does, it's going to get poisoned and it's going to die at the end of the turn. Now, Great Tusk is still on that timer. But that earthquake, though, was detrimental. Now we have Dodonzo, and here comes Tatsugiri. Yep, there they are. Now I have to be a terrible person because I'm locked into Earthquake, and I've already protected. So I have to Sacred Sword here into the Dodonzo, but I have to swap into the Fluttermane. Now I have to because of the fact that I'm locked into Earthquake. I can't use Earthquake. So Fluttermane's going to come out, get poisoned, and is going to die at the end of the turn unless Dodonzo went into that slot, which may or may not be the case. My speed was heightened, but that doesn't matter. They protected instead. Okay. Sacred Sword goes into the protect, does nothing. Fluttermane will now fall due to poison. Yep, poison. Which again is very unfortunate, and I wish I could have saved the Terra to Chien Pao, but I don't think it would have helped at this point in time. But now we've got two Pokemon that could hit really, really hard. And I've got one that can flinch now. So we're going to Sacred Sword into the Dodonzo, and we should Rock Slide to victory. Now, Great Tusk is still on a timer. But with Rock Slide being 10, we don't have to worry about it. And we can cause the flinch on the Dodonzo. Here comes Sacred Sword. Does a linear amount of damage. He does Earthquake, which brings our Pokemon down to the red. Great Tusk will unfortunately fall to poison. And that's game 3. Oh no, 0-3. But this player did really, really well. Absolutely well. Nah, we'll call it. We'll call it. They got this one. I can't take down 2 Pokemon. Alrighty, and our next match is ready to go. We've got Tickatung, Breloom, Excalibur, Garganacl, Fluttermane, and Roaring Moon. Okay, so possible strategies that they could implement. Tinkaton, instant Fluttermane killer, but fake out user. Same thing with Breloom. I don't think they get fake out, but they might. Baxcalibur annihilates a lot of Pokemon, doesn't get really affected by fire attacks, but is severely weak to ground and berry attacks. Garganacl, very weak to Great Tusk. Fluttermane, fastest Pokemon in the game outside of Iron Bundle. And then Roaring Moon can use Tailwind, but is it? I'm not 100% sure. For this typical battle, for this type of battle, I should say, I'm going to go with Torkoal Great Tusk to kind of get us up to par. We'll bring in Jumpluff and then Chien-Pao. We're going to leave Fluttermane alone this game, which is probably a terrible idea, but we are. We're going to leave the glass cannon at home and bring over the tank, which I think Garganacl would be considered the tank. What do you guys think? Tinkaton and Fluttermane. Okay. So we do have a fake out user versus both of my Pokemon. So we're going to use the Terra on Great Tusk, as fire right now is the best thing to use when we got a Fluttermane on the other side of the field threatening us with its threatening nature. We're going to overheat the Tinkaton, Terra Fire to do Rock Slide. Yes. Rock Slide. I want the flinches. Now, I didn't catch what the effect was for Fluttermane. I don't know if it was speed or it's special attack. So we'll see here in just a minute. But I'm going to eliminate the urge of being one-shot by Fluttermane by being terrified. Fake out goes on the Torkoal. Good call. Moonblast goes on the Great Tusk, so that means that that was speed that was increased. Torkoal flinched and couldn't move. Boop, 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 boop. You're gonna go ahead with the eruption then, and we'll continue on with our Rock Slide nonsense. I think that's the best course of action. Power Gem now comes in and hits the Great Tusk, and it will knock it out. So that is not a spec Fluttermane, which is interesting. Knock off, which is going to knock off the Eject Pact, which is totally fine. But here comes the Eruption, which is going to knock them both out. And we'll come in with the Jumpluff. Because Jumpluff has Covert Cloak. But now, what is the Pokemon in the back? This is where we start wondering what's the best option now. Because if it's Baxcalibur, we are kind of in trouble. If it's Garganacl, we can deal with it. But we are kind of in trouble. I can't read that. Okay. That is Roaring Moon. That is somewhat feasible to deal with. Oh, great. Baxcalibur. All of your Pokemon are shiny. That's dope. Okay. So Torkoal will go ahead and use Protect here. And I should sleep the Baxcalibur, because I mean, well, no, Ice Shard's gonna be a thing. That's ×4 to Jumpluff. Okay, if that's gonna be the don't like this. I don't like this at all. All right. Risking it. Tailwind. All right. They Terra'd. Excalibur. Grass. No, Dragon. Okay. Protect on Torkoal. Tailwind, so no Ice Shard. And Throat Chop. Drops him down to 7. And here comes the Glaive Rush, which does nothing to the Torkoal. Okay. So we still have Sun for 2 more turns, and we have Tailwind now for 3. Overheat on the Roaring Moon. And I'm going to Sleep Powder Roaring Moon as well. Ice Shard will now knock out Jump Off. It's okay. I couldn't risk the switch in for Throat Chop. Oh, drops Torkoal down to 9 HP. He still lives though. Here comes the Overheat. And it's gonna drop him down to half. Here comes Chan Pao. Torkoal's now gonna protect. And I'm now gonna go ahead and Ice Spinner the Roaring Moon. He didn't use Tailwind, and I'm now the fastest person on the team. Or on the field. So this puts him in a very hairy predicament. Roaring Moon himself is incredibly powerful. We do not have an item listed for him, so it's most likely booster energy. It won't proc until the sun goes away. But so far, he's only used Throat Chop, so I don't know what else he has. Ice Spinner will now hit Roaring Moon, should knock it out. Now, because Baxcalibur is Terra'd, I have free reign. They will use Earthquake, which does nothing to the Torkoal. And it does barely anything with Chan Pao. Now the sunlight fades. I'm going to Helping Hand the Chan Pao and Ice Spinner to Baxcalibur. You got to Ice Shard the Torkoal? Nope. Ice Spinner from Chan Pao will hit him and knocks him out. 1-hit KO. Let's go. Oh, from back. Oh, man. That's dope. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, for our final match of the day, we've got Amoonguss, Torkoal, Grimmsnarl, Armarouge, Golden Go, and Garganacl. This is like an inspired Trick Room team if I've never seen one. So obviously, I don't think it's going to be, but Armarouge does know Trick Room. Amoonguss and Torkoal is to benefit greatly into Trick Room. I think also Garganacl too. Grimmsnarl and Golden Go, not so much, but that's something that we could also be looking at, and that could be something that we're also going to have to fear. So I think the camaraderie that we have to deal with is maybe Torkoal, Fluttermane, Great Tusk, and we'll bring in Chan Pao just because of the fact that, one, we have a potential for Trick Room, and I don't want to bring in a Tailwinder. Second, we need to be able to take out Garganacl, who may have poison or water for its Terra, which we'll need to be able to take care of. But if it does end up being the Armarouge brings in Trick Room. We need to be able to knock it out right away. So that's the strat. That's what I'm going with. We can take out Grimmsnarl with no problem. We can take out Amoonguss with no problem because we do have Pokemon to be able to deal with those two problems. But I need to know what they bring out first. So let's see what they summon. Who is your first? Grimmsnarl and Armarouge. You're making me choose between the two. Great. Fudge. Okay. So we can either have an automatic Trick Roomer or someone that's going to set up all the screens. I think we're going to get rid of the Trick Roomer by Shadow Balling Armarouge. Get him out of here. Now they can Terra into anything else and make Shadow Ball completely worthless, which is what they're going to be doing. What's your Terra for the Armarouge? Is it water? It's grass. So that makes Shadow Ball less likely, but with Helping Hand, it may still knock him out. Grimmsnarl will do his Parting Shot. Interesting. Lowering down my stats by 1 stage, and then he gets out. Cool. I have not seen a lot of people use that, so good on them. Good on them for doing that. Now bring out Garganacl. Good call. And it's all shiny Pokemon. Shadow Ball into the Armarouge is not enough. And it is Trick Room that's active. But you know what? That's cool. That's cool. Honestly, that's cool. Because now I can do this. Actually, we will Terra Fire Eruption. And I will swap this. Well, no, I won't. I won't swap anything. Shadow Ball. Let's go. I'm the slowest thing on the field. I don't really have to do anything. I don't think I'm gonna knock out, Garganacl, but I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot of damage. Grimmsnarl comes out to do the minus, thingies. I'm gonna Terra my man Torkoal, and we're gonna Eruption all over the field. Just spread my fiery goodness all over the field. Here we go. Eruption. And we'll almost one-shot the Grimmsnarl. Drops it down to 1 HP. We get Salt Cured, which isn't that big of a deal. Now, because we swapped in, Shadow Ball will now hit the Grimmsnarl and will knock him out. So take that. Now we're going to hit with a little bit more damage from Salt Cure. We need to get Torkoal out of there now. Right now, he's going to be our win condition, and we need to get him out because Salt Cure is going to do a lot of damage to him specifically. Okay, you sent out... Ooh. Do you know what? We'll do this. We'll do this instead. Overheat into the Armarouge. Shadow Ball into the Garganacl. Because I will attack first, and it swaps out Torkoal, and I get rid of a Pokemon on that side of the field. If he has Protect, he guessed it. I don't think he will, though. Armor Cannon will go right into the Fluttermane, and it will knock him out. That's totally cool. I'll take the free switch in. You drop your defense once. Your defense is 1 stage. I didn't think you were slower than Torkoal, though. Overheat into that slot, and oh right, Flash Fire. Oh right, Flash Fire. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's me, folks. The guy that knew Flash Fire tried to do Flash Fire again. How is Armarouge slower than Torkoal? He shouldn't have been able to go first. That's interesting. All right, we're going to overheat again, but to the Garganacl so we can swap. And then we're going to... What's it, Headlong Rush? I mean, that's not going to really work. Close Combat could also work. We're going to do Rock Slides, though. I mean, Great Tusk is going to be attacking last. Wait, that doesn't make any type of sense. How is Torkoal now attacking first? Hubble, what? I like how the 90% move misses. Come on. So unlucky. The RNG today. You know what? That's okay. I am 100% okay with that. Let's see. The only one I have left is Qian Pao, and Qian Pao, unfortunately, I mean, it could survive. It could. I doubt it. How many turns do I have for Trick Room? 1. Oh. Is that so? I'll just go ahead and protect for the turn. And then leave you to try to figure out how to get done with me in like 3 turns. Because this is going to be a really good match now. Qian Pao's out. You're going to Will-O-Wisp into nothing. I'm going to drop your guys' defenses. I don't have a spread move. Use Curse. Drops your speed, but increases your attack, your defense. The Harsh Light, Sunlight faded, and Trick Room is no more. Trick Room is gone. And I'm going to go ahead and just Ice Spinner the Armarouge out of here. How is he able to use Armor Cannon before Torkoal? Torkoal's the slowest person. He's specifically built to be the slowest person. But yet he was able to use Armor Cannon before Torkoal was able to attack. That's so weird. That is incredibly weird. Garganacl is pulling in a lot of work. Thanks to Salt Cure. They've got this. There's no way that I can win. Garganacl was easier to take out before he got all that HP back. And he's got a full team of shinies. That's dope. Amoonguss is going to redirect it, so we're just going to go ahead and just hit him with the Ice Spinner. Because he's going to use Rage Power. Oh, Protect! That's cool. The severity changes the live events that are held in the international championships. Also change the ability to eliminate. Oh, it now prevents the user's accuracy from being lowered. Oh, interesting. There was a patch, by the way, in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So that's what I was just reading. Salt Cure kicks in and does a lot of damage. Ugh. If only Qian Pao could get some more HPs. But we're done. We went 1-4 today, which is very unfortunate. But for it being the last episode of, season 7, I guess I can't be totally upset. I mean, could you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of the video, and it's sad to say, but we're at the end of season 7. It's been a wild ride. Out of 110 fights, we won 51 out of 59. That's still a record that I wanted to not have, and we continued to drop the ball, especially the last couple of days. We went 2-3 yesterday, and we went 1-4 today. What is the problem with me? I don't know. Maybe I rushed it and made some terrible choices. I know that's happened, especially in today's fight against the Armarouge. Here, let me just attack the fire person with Flash Fire and give him a boost. But I still can't figure out how Armor Cannon was able to go before Torkoal. I don't get it. Is that a priority move or something? Do they get to move first? I don't understand, but that is okay. Even though that this is the end of season 7, we have officially hit the Master Ball rank. We did it. That was mainly the goal that we had. We did do it. Used a team that we built from scratch, and we didn't swap anybody out. And that I'm happy for. Now, like I said, I will not be releasing a Season 7 video. I will be preparing for Regulation D and Season 8 from July to, I think it goes into the end of August, maybe September. In that time, I will still continue to record Season 8. And on Friday, I may have time to release some of the battles that you guys have been able to see in Season 7, but 20 battles, so you can see the progression that we did from match 1 to match 20, then 21 to 40, then 41, so on and so forth. You guys should see, you guys could see 5 videos from me tomorrow. It's all the stuff that you've already seen, but it's 1 to 20. You know, it's in the increments of 20. So you guys could have like an overload of stuff. It depends on how much time that I have. Team building is going to take a little bit of time. Creating the assets is going to take a little bit of time. And then editing these matches are going to also take a little bit of time. Now, thankfully, and I might be able to show you guys this. Nope, doesn't want to come up. Okay, so I have all of these battles in folders. So I have every single day that I've recorded, every single battle. Still, I just have to literally drag and drop into a master sequence and then edit the stuff that I want in and out stuff and go from there. One edit, one beginning, one end. That's it. So that'll be really, really interesting to see. But that's going to be it for me today. And that's going to be it for Season 7 for now. I will not be recording any more matches. I will be focusing on Season 8 from here on out. But I want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys would have done in those matches, because I don't feel very accomplished today, but at the same time, it sucks. I can't be mad I made the misplays. If I wouldn't have made the misplays, I probably would have done a ton better. But I did. It was all my fault. So that's it. So that's all I got. Subscribe for more content, and you can hit the notification for or that bell to let you know that I uploaded. It does help out the channel quite a bit. Anything that you guys do helps out the channel a little bit. The goal is to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, and we are currently at 337. 337 of you guys think that my content is great, and that's all that matters to me. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do. I'll continue doing what I do, and I'll see you all in Season 8. Have a good one. I might record stuff on Saturday. The NAIC is going to be playing, so maybe not. We'll try to come back on Monday, and I'll have a better cohesive video for Regulation D team, which is what the assets are supposed to be for. So we'll see. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers. I want to try to do as much as I possibly can to show you guys what my team is going to be like, the whole reason why they're there, and what to expect from them from start to finish. So I guess I'll see you guys on Monday. Monday sounds good. Have a good weekend. Try to stay cool, drink water, getting hot here, and I'll see you guys then. Have a good one.